Hello, Christ community, family, and friends. Well, here we are on day 2 of our 21-day fast. And we are using the devotional Open My Eyes, a 21-day fast devotional. You'll find that in the link. And Pastor and I are tag teaming and just really giving you reflections. We do encourage you, if you're dealing with any kind of health issue whatsoever, or for any other reason that you feel that you need to talk to your physician, please do. And so you have freedom before the Lord and this church to, and we urge you, adjust your fast as needed. Some people have gone without TV, and actually some people are fiending even right now, thinking about that as a possibility. I can't tell you what that looks like, but food is the typical fast, but I promise you that God can and will honor your fast when it's sacrificial. And it's something that is hard for you to do, hard for us to do. But here we are on day 2. And the topic for all of us is God's ways being different and higher than our ways. And it's learning how not to do things that feel natural to us. And that's really that's a hard journey, because most of us grow up on intuition, or if it feels good, do it. And that is not what the Bible teaches us. If you've ever been around small children, 2-year-old, if you've had children or grandchildren, or you've just been around children, you know, the thing about children is they do whatever they feel like doing until they learn how to do otherwise. So if I feel like getting that cookie, if I feel like running over this, I feel like throwing myself on the floor, if I can't get my way, a child hasn't yet learned how to discipline themselves. Well, we are much the same way, except when we get older, we think we cover it up with, well, I'm grown, or that's cultural, or any number of things that we learn that we think gives us the right to do whatever it is we feel like doing. And then when we're Christians and we're in church, we pray, and then I don't know about you, but I know for me, I pretty much decide what my best is. So giving God our best, I'd say, well, that was pretty good, Lord, because, I've done this and I've done that, and we don't do this and we don't do that. And I've given up this and I've given up that, or such and such and such, so on and so forth. Or here's what I do, those kind of things. And then I tell myself, you're pretty faithful, Lisa. Yeah. And then my ways are actually my ways, which are a whole lot lower than the Lord's ways. So fasting teaches us discipline. When you fast from food, whether it's from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., some are fasting straight through. Pastor and I are fasting straight through on the Daniel fast. Whatever it is, some of you may be doing whatever it is. This is not competitive fasting. It's as God leads you to do, but you will know you are fasting for real when you're really not dying. You're not dying from the fast, and you're actually not going to die from the fast, but you're basically saying, I don't want to do this anymore. And if we learn how to fast, and that's all of us, if we learn how to fast, if we learn how to bring ourselves under the Lord and discipline, it shows up in all kinds of ways in our lives. And ultimately, as we got ready to fast, Pastor and I, in my old days of fasting, I just jam up on everything I could possibly eat. And we did better this time. But even going into the fast, I started changing my mind from thinking about, oh, I won't get to eat this, or I won't get to do this, or, eat this, to I will get to spend more time with the Lord. I will have him have more control over me. I will come out to be a better person. So if we focus only on what we don't get to do, which is oftentimes what we do, then we fall into missing out the beauty of fasting and the beauty of learning that his ways are so much better than our ways. So I encourage you, we encourage you to keep going. Here you are on day 2. If you fell off on day 1, there's 20 more days to go. Let's keep on going. And I'm going to close with this. I decided journaling is a really good thing. I'm a lot of times too lazy to do it, to tell you the truth, but I have lots of journals. And I decided, you know what? I think I have a journal that someone gave me some time ago, and it's a 365-day journal. So I'm going to start journaling. And so I did find such a journal, and I flipped it open to the middle and I saw it was empty. Well, I went to day 1 and I found out I had started, I'm looking this way, I had started this journal in 2010. 2010, January 1st, 2010. And here's what I wrote. The sermon last night for Watch Night Services, Terrence, AKA Pastor, asked, what is the Lord calling us to leave behind in 2010? My answers at that time, my mother's death, my mother had passed away that year. And I wrote, though never leaving the legacy and spirit of my mother, my immaturity, my immature love, including immature love. And I wrote down 2 scriptures, 1 John 4:18, 2 Timothy 1:17, and both of them deal with having fear. There is no fear in love. And I know at that time, I was going through a lot of things with people that hurt my feelings and such. And I was dealing with fear in love. And I said, I pray to step forward and upward into who I am to be for God's glory at this place in my life. I pray to manage expectations. Loving maturely means giving without having to get, helping people connect with Christ and be all he has called them, and I put us to be. And then I talked about writing a book. And I said, I give that to you too, Lord. And then I turned to January 2nd. There was nothing. I started on day 1, and it was an amazing thing that I wrote, and I didn't do another thing. Here I am, 12 years later, I'm taking up the same prayer, that God would give me mature love, that God would teach me how to love, not to love with fear. But isn't it amazing that 12 years later, I'm picking it up? What am I saying? We mess up. We don't do everything we're called to do. There's so much we could have done by now, but God's ways are higher than our ways. And God is not, he's not done with us. He still causes all things to work together for good to those who love him and are called according to his purpose. So no matter what you have done or what you haven't done, use this time of fasting to trust him, to draw closer to him, to know that his ways are higher than our ways. His thoughts are higher than our thoughts. God bless you all.